Hi everyone, Miss Elizabeth here from First Congregational Church, UCC of Muskegon, confirmation class. Today's video lesson is for the second Sunday in Advent, the time in our faith tradition of waiting for the renewed miracle of Jesus' birth in our world. The lesson comes from the unit in our curriculum about the life of Jesus, how it helps me understand that I am one with all. Our lesson today is about experiencing God as light. We are following a progressive Christianity curriculum that First Congregational Church has purchased, although we do not own the copyright to this material. During this Advent season, we will explore ways of experiencing God and God's enduring love for us as we await the renewing celebration of the miracle of Christmas. Our affirmation is the light that was in Jesus shines in and around me. Here are some quotes I want to share. From the book of Ephesians in the Bible, chapter 5, verses 8 and 9. For once you were darkness, but now in the Lord you are light. Live as children of light, for the fruit of the light is found in all that is good and right and true. And from the song, O little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie. Above thy deep and dreamless sleep, the silent stars go by. Yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight. And from the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verse 12. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. And from the song, Be the Light by Leah Morris. There is always a light when we are ready to see it. There is always a light when we are ready to be it. To see the light, to be the light, to raise our eyes in the dark of night, to climb this hill, together we will. Shine your light in the darkness. Shine your light in the darkness. Let your bright heart burn out loud and be a gift in the world. Martin Luther King Jr. said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And the last is from the Bible, the first letter of John, chapter 1, verse 5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. Religious festivals all over the world, in many different faith traditions, include light in some form. Light represents truth to us because as we experience the reality of God's presence, hope and understanding awaken within us. Darkness and confusion recede from our consciousness as the light of joy grows stronger. Inner light is just as real to our consciousness as visible light is to our eyes. So now we are in this year's Advent season. That word Advent means a coming or an arrival. It comes from the Latin word adventus, meaning arrival or approach. This general sense is often used in the context of the beginning or approach of a season. Christmas lights are often the first sign that the Christmas season is upon us. Christmas lights and candles are more than just pretty. There is a deep reason why we respond to their beauty. Start the season by welcoming the light that is Christ into your heart and sharing it with all. A Bible story that demonstrates how experiencing divine light can change one's entire outlook is the story of Saul on the road to Damascus. May I suggest that you take some time to reread it this week with fresh eyes. Saul experienced a light that was all around him and within him as well. The light had changed him. Could divine light change you too? You can find this story in the book of Acts, chapter 9, verses 1 through 19. If you've been following these lessons this year, you know that I try to feature a commencement speech that connects with the theme of the lesson. Comedian Jim Carrey spoke to the graduating class of 2014 at Maharishi International University of Management about finding peace and purpose in our lives by letting divine light shine through us. In many ways, a commencement is very like an Advent season. Something new is coming, and we can prepare to celebrate it. For this speech, Jim Carrey brought a painting that he had done to demonstrate this theme. You may not have known that he is also a visual artist. I certainly didn't. But for the full effect, you should watch his commencement address as a video. And to help you out with that, I will put a link to the YouTube video of Jim Carrey's speech in the description section on this video lesson. So in this speech, Jim Carrey said his career as a professional comedian made him realize the purpose of my life had always been to free people from concern, just like my dad. And when I realized this, I dubbed my new devotion the Church of the Freedom from Concern, the Church of FCC. And I dedicated myself to that ministry. What's yours? How will you serve the world? What did they need that your talent can provide? That's all you have to figure out. In our faith tradition, the theme of the second candle of the Advent wreath is peace. This is what Jim Carrey had to say about that. That peace that we're after lies somewhere beyond personality, beyond the perception of others, beyond invention and disguise, even beyond effort itself. You can join the game, fight the wars, play with form all you want, but to find real peace, you have to let the armor go. Your need for acceptance can make you invisible in this world. Don't let anything stand in the way of the light that shines through this form. Risk being seen in all your glory. At this point, the ginormous painting is revealed. He goes on saying, "It's not big enough. This painting is big for a reason. It's called high visibility. It's about picking up the light and daring to be seen." Here's the tricky part. Everyone is attracted to the light. Painting is one of the ways I free myself from concern, a way to stop the world through total mental, spiritual, and physical involvement. But even with that comes a feeling of divine dissatisfaction, because ultimately, we're not the avatars we create. We're not the pictures on the film stock. We are the light that shines through. All else is just smoke and mirrors, distracting, but not truly compelling. Oh, and why not take a chance on faith as well? Take a chance on faith. Not religion, but faith. Not hope, but faith. I don't believe in hope. Hope is a beggar. Hope walks through the fire. Faith leaps over it. You are ready and able to do beautiful things in this world. And after you walk through those doors today, you will only ever have two choices: love or fear. Choose love. And don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart. The light that is in your heart is the same light that was within Jesus. It's God's light, and it can grow stronger and brighter the more we pay attention to it. At Christmas time, we remember the light that came through Jesus and touched the whole world. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.